What's going on, guys? What's up? What's up? Let's talk about this mass adoption that's taking place, guys. Guys, the bullishness behind this is just, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, if you're worried about whether there's going to be a bull run or not, and we're seeing the adoption that I'm about to go through with you guys, and you're still unsure, I don't know what to tell you. Check this out, guys. So right now, on Bitcoin on the daily time frame, we're looking at a bit of a bull flag starting to form here. As you can see, we're ping-ponging inside of it. Only a matter of time before we do get a break. Could see this pop all the way up, back up here to around 65-ish, 64, 65.6, somewhere around there before meeting resistance again at 66. Could see that take place, guys. Bull flags generally do play out, so we're watching it. We're staying on top of it. Bullish pattern showing. Now, what could invalidate this, however, is that we talked about this. The U.S. government just shipped about $596 million worth of BTC back over to Coinbase. We could see, if they sell that off, we could see this become invalidated and a dump to the downside, possibly back down to about 55. If we fall through that, we might wick back down to sorry, what did I say? 55 back 58.4. We may fall back down to 54.1 as well if we fall through 55.8, right? So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, guys. The U.S. government could dump us to the downside, but this generally is a bullish pattern to the upside. We could see a break higher. We'll have to see how it goes. It's really up to what manipulation the U.S. government gets up to at this point. So we'll have to stay on top of it. But check this out, guys. I want you to see this. This is what I'm talking about, okay? If you don't get it by now, if you ain't got it by now, you just ain't getting it, right? Morgan Stanley invests $188 million in Bitcoin ETFs. So Morgan Stanley investment banking company disclosed that as of June 30th, 2024, it held around $188 million in shares in BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust, according to a filing submitted to the U.S. SEC on August 14th. The report details that Morgan Stanley owns over 5.5 million shares as this Bitcoin-focused exchange-traded fund. Morgan Stanley also reported smaller investments, each valued at under $300, in several other cryptocurrency-related funds. These include the Valkyrie ETF Trust, which has exposure to Bitcoin and Ethereum, the Fidelity-wise Origin Bitcoin Fund, and the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, and others. Interestingly, these investments were made before Morgan Stanley announced that it had financial advisors would soon be allowed to recommend Bitcoin ETFs to their clients. The firm highlighted the IBIT and FBTC as key options for clients interested in cryptocurrency investments. And we talked about that. They have 15,000 advisors that are now going to start advising their clients to pick up Bitcoin ETF spots. However, this decision has caught the attention of some experts, like former SEC official John Reed Stark, who suggested that Morgan Stanley might face intense regulatory scrutiny. Stark warned that the investment firm could be subject to what he believes could become one of the largest SEC and FINRA examination sweeps in history. I don't know about that. If the SEC goes after them, that's basically harassment at that point, right? The SEC, it's already obvious that they are anti-crypto and they have a political agenda. So what else do we got, though? Goldman Sachs discloses $418 million in Bitcoin ETF holdings. In a noteworthy move, Goldman Sachs has disclosed that it holds approximately $418.65 million in spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, ETF shares as of June 30th. The revelation came through the bank's quarterly 13F filing with the SEC, providing a glimpse into the financial giant's growing interests in Bitcoin and other digital assets. The report underscores Goldman Sachs' substantial investment in several prominent Bitcoin ETFs, solidifying its position as a major player in the crypto market. Goldman Sachs' largest holding is in BlackRock's iShare Bitcoin Trust. The bank holds 6.9 million shares, valued at $238.6 million. This investment places Goldman Sachs as the third largest holder of the IBIT fund, following behind Millennium Management and Capula Management Ltd. The bank's significant stake in BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF highlights its confidence in the asset's potential despite the ongoing volatility in the cryptocurrency market. In addition to this investment in BlackRock's fund, Goldman Sachs also holds 1.51 million shares in Fidelity's, worth approximately $79.5 million. The bank's portfolio further includes 660,183 shares of Grayscale's converted Bitcoin fund, valued at $35.1 million. These investments are part of a broader strategy to diversify its exposure to Bitcoin through various reputable funds, showcasing the bank's proactive approach to digital asset management. The disclosure of Goldman Sachs Bitcoin ETF holdings is more than just a financial statement. It reflects the bank's strategic positioning in the rapidly evolving crypto landscape. Matthew Dermott, Goldman Sachs Global Head of Digital Assets, described the approval of the spot Bitcoin products in the U.S. as a big psychological turning point. This sentiment captured the broader institutional shift towards accepting and investing in Bitcoin as a legitimate asset class. In conclusion, the inclusion of Bitcoin's ETFs in Goldman Sachs' portfolio is a significant endorsement of the cryptocurrency's potential to become a mainstream investment vehicle. The bank's involvement in Bitcoin ETFs also signals a growing trend among traditional financial institutions to embrace digital assets, driven by increasing demand from clients and broader markets. Goldman Sachs Bitcoin ETF holdings come at a time when the value of Bitcoin is experiencing a resurgence. As of the latest report, Bitcoin's value has risen by 3% in the past 24 hours, trading at approximately 60,900. It's down now since then because they came out with the announcement that the U.S. moved Bitcoin to Coinbase. This uptick in Bitcoin's price coincides with increased institutional interest, as evidenced by Goldman Sachs' substantial investment. The bank's position as a major holder of Bitcoin's ETF would have a ripple effect across the financial industry. Other institutional investors may follow suit, further legitimizing Bitcoin as a viable investment option. The diversification of Goldman Sachs Bitcoin ETF holdings which includes funds from Invesco, Galaxy, Bitwise, WisdomTree, and ARK 21 shares, demonstrates the bank's commitment to exploring various avenues within the crypto space. Moreover, the bank's involvement in these ETFs could encourage regulatory bodies to take a more favorable stance towards Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. As more traditional financial institutions like Goldman Sachs invest in Bitcoin, it becomes increasingly difficult for regulators to ignore the asset's growing importance in the global financial system. As Goldman Sachs continues to expand its presence in the cryptocurrency market, its Bitcoin ETF holdings are likely to play a crucial role in shaping its investment strategy. The bank's substantial stake in Bitcoin ETFs not only reflects the confidence in the asset, but also signals a broader shift towards integration of digital assets into the traditional financial portfolios. The future of Goldman Sachs Bitcoin ETF holdings will likely depend on several factors, including regulatory developments, market performance, and the bank's ongoing commitment to innovation in the digital asset space. As the cryptocurrency market matures, Goldman Sachs is well positioned to capitalize on the opportunities presented by this dynamic and rapidly evolving sector. In conclusion, Goldman Sachs' disclosure of its $418 million in Bitcoin ETFs holdings marks a significant milestone in the financial industry's relationship with digital assets. By investing heavily in Bitcoin ETFs, the bank is not only diversifying its portfolio, but also contributing to the growing acceptance of Bitcoin as a mainstream investment. As the market continues to evolve, Goldman Sachs' role in the crypto space will undoubtedly be one to watch. Very, very bullish. Hit the hiccups, guys. Holy smokes. So listen, guys, if these institutions have this level of confidence in the market moving forward, why, for the love of God, don't you? That's the question you need to ask yourself. And I can tell you the answer to it is because they do their research and you don't. If you're fearful, right? If you do your research, you know damn well where this is going, baby. To the freaking stratosphere. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, guys. Smash the join button to become a member of our community. We'd love to have you in our members only live streams. Also, guys, book your one-on-one coaching sessions over on the Patreon. We Zoom call you. We help you with all things crypto, your portfolio. We're right now in phase 1 of creating our exit strategies for the parabolic part of the bull run. Make sure you do not miss it, or make sure you're not late. Get over to the Patreon. The link is in the description. We also do technical analysis training videos over there as well. Start learning the basics about TA, guys, so you can know when you should be dollar cost averaging and when you should be taking profits. Do not be that guy that buys and then the market dips 20%. If you can read the basics of the chart, you'll know it's coming, and you can buy at the bottom instead of buying at the top before a dip. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.